YouTube.
So this is a story about a person who took too much Viagra. Is that going to be okay? If I can say the word penis or...
Yeah, that's fine.
Like that. Yeah, that's fine. You can say that. That's fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
So... So I was...
Mama Bears from Florida. Mama Bears from Florida. Before you continue, just remember that's who followed, and they're from Florida. And that's who followed when you were talking about that. So anyway, go ahead, Pew Pew.
Okay, so I'm a law enforcement officer, right? So sometimes you have to respond to calls for service. And sometimes the people that are calling like 911 are like, you know, they're out of sorts, right? And if they're out of sorts of a certain type, EMS is coming or fire is coming to them, but because they're concerned that they don't want their people to get hurt. And that's absolutely a very...
It's valid. Totally valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have a call that there's a guy who says his penis has ruptured.
What?
Okay. So me and my partner, we go... Yeah, ruptured. So we go screaming over there. This guy comes out of his apartment and he's like, I can't control it. Everything's so bad. So he is, I wouldn't call him naked, but he's wearing a pair of like I wouldn't call it white boxers. I think blue, like light blue boxers. And the entire front of his pants is covered in blood. So,
oh my gosh,
guy, I'm freaking out already because I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Because I mean, if somebody was running up to me holding their crotch with a blood there, I'm already like, oh my fucking God, dude. Like, this is bad. So what happened is he had taken too much Cialis. I don't even know if Cialis.
Is Cialis like Viagra? Thank you very much for the resub solution. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So he had taken too much. It had been way too many hours, and he was like, "Well, I called them, and they said just rub it out." And I'm like, give the fucking thing an Indian burn? What the fuck are we doing right now?
You're supposed to stop when it hurts, you dumbass.
Yeah. So he was just holding his shit, and it was just blood all over the entire thing.
Oh my God.
Fucking bad. And it was, and then I'm like, I don't know what to fucking do right now, man. I mean, I'll be dead honest with you. And it was really hard to not laugh because it was actually pretty funny, but not funny. That's how law enforcement is. Like, sometimes you're like, oh, okay. And then sometimes you're like, oh my God, that is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Yeah, so that dude ended up with 47 stitches.
My gosh, that's so many.
Yeah. Oh, it ruptured his entire member. That's the best way I can explain it without saying the word dick.
So in other words, he was trying to bust a nut and he bust way more than just a nut.
No. So he had taken Cialis. I think it's close to maybe
Viagra,
something like that. Yeah. But so what's supposed to happen is if you maintain a stiffy or whatever beyond a certain time frame, you're supposed to go into the doctor, right? He didn't do that. So he basically had a super erection for 20 something plus hours. And you're supposed to contact them if you have an erection that lasts more than 4 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They say that on all the commercials. Anybody would know that.
Yeah. It was pretty bad. I mean, it was pretty.
And that is why you're supposed to call after 4 hours and not wait. Holy crap.
Yeah, or just don't fucking take.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have to take fucking Blue Chew or whatever, you better fucking be ready to call the doctor.
Gosh. It's like, was it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it worth it?
I didn't know.
don't
He
think
did
so.
not seem like it was worth it. He's like, it's not. And he was fucking off the charts, like bad. I was like, dude, this is not something I've ever even called in on the fucking radio. It was bad. I was like, okay, yeah, EMS can go ahead and roll in here and.
I can't imagine waiting until that
every
point.
Time well, see, the other part is when you're a law enforcement officer, you call EMS and they say, well, what's the problem? Like they want you to give a semi-diagnosis, right? And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
he is bleeding from his penis. That's the best thing I can give you.
I'd be like, there's blood everywhere.
No, I could have done that, but